One of the things that you are probably, like I said, one of the most experts in is personal branding. So where do you feel that most marketers or network marketers are failing when it comes to personal branding?
Well, I think that first and foremost, people that aren't doing personal branding
is non-existent at all, right?
Right. Because, I really feel strongly, and this is actually, what I attribute as to the reason I was able to create over $500,000 a year business is because of the brand that I established for myself. So it's so important to be able to have your own entity and build this core of your business that you own, that you control, that you can really where you can express yourself and your passions, and you can really be yourself and cultivate a loyal following of people and all of this great stuff. If you're out there and you're just promoting different opportunities, or you're just doing affiliate marketing out here, or you're kind of like this nameless, faceless person behind a computer, you're not building something that's truly grounded and sustainable and has roots that will, allow you to create true long-term income.
Yeah.
So I really think that having a brand where you have a system for social awareness and exposure, and you have your own email list, you're cultivating your own following, you're building rapport with them, you're putting out great value into the community, you're really, sharing what you know and sharing your insights and your knowledge and branding yourself as, a leader in a certain niche. It's so important. A kitty. And then being able to have your own programs or services to really establish that credibility that you are a leader, you do know what you're talking about, you have great value to offer, and having that infrastructure in place allows you to then go in any direction that you want. You can become a top producer in network marketing. You can become a top affiliate marketer. You can create your own info product line. So it's really that focusing on that core of your business is being your brand that I think is so, so, so important if you really want to create long-term wealth online. So I think that for anybody that's not focusing on that first and foremost, I would highly suggest to reprioritize and see how you can really focus on building your own, outer foundation, your, the roots of your business and being your brand, because it is something that will last for years and years and years.
Yeah.
It's when people start to get to know you and you build up this brand equity, you really have so much potential to branch out in many different directions. So I feel strongly this is really how I was able to build the income that I've created. And so getting back to what are people doing, or how are they making mistakes with personal branding?
Yeah, like if they're already doing a little bit, because I agree with you. I think the fact of not personal branding in itself, because so many marketers are not doing that. They are branding themselves in association with their company or with a product, as opposed to maybe a broader industry or their own niche. And this even served me recently, because for 5 years, I thought I'd be with this one company forever, for a lifetime. And then I ended up leaving that company, but thank God I had 2.5 years of personal branding and really growing my list and growing my influence. Because it's not about the people you know, it's people that know you. And so it made the transition to a new company much, much easier. The people that are already, let's say they got a blog. Let's say they followed a few of our tips. They've been following us for a little while, or maybe, listening to some other, me's like attraction marketers or whatever. And so they're interested in this. What are some of the little things that you think that people could maybe take it to a next level? Where is it from going from very mediocre to becoming great?
Yes, well, one of the biggest things that I witness out there online with people wanting to build a personal brand and not really being able to maybe get to that level that they want is, first and foremost, I kind of see that there needs to be more of an originality brought to the table. So, yeah, so it's like when, and it's totally natural to want to model people that are already successful.
Sure.
Totally, definitely something that you want to do is model, but not copy. So what I've seen is a lot of people out there like, okay, well, so-and-so does this, and so-and-so's site looks like this, or so-and-so's talks like this or sounds like this or talks about this, so I'm going to go do that too. And it really is not going to help you out in any way, because you're not really helping yourself to stand out from the crowd, and you're also blocking your own expression, your own authenticity of who you are. And that truly is what is going to get you the most success in the long run, is that ability for people to connect with the real you, and for you to just allow your true self to come through, and your passions and your enthusiasm. So if you're stuck in trying to make things look a certain way or look like somebody else, or comparing yourself to somebody else, I think that that's probably one of the biggest things that I see happening right now with like up and coming entrepreneurs in the realm of personal branding. So it's so important to just think about, all right, yes, I can look at so-and-so as a model, but how can I really step into my own originality and express myself in a way that is fulfilling to me, and that really allows other people to see who I really am and to stand out. So Rachel, you do such a good job with that with your videos. I mean, you are such a perfect example, because you have, I actually remember watching some of your videos like back in the day, and to see your evolution now of where you've come, because it's, seeing
the kitty in the background, sorry. He can say hi to everybody.
This is really off the subject, but he's normally a white cat and jumped into the fireplace and is right now. So he's got to go to the kitty parlor soon.
Oh my gosh, that's funny.
But yeah, so Rachel, you being able to really express your humor and your originality with your videos, and just putting things together that are unique and captivating, and that's really, I think, is what has been able to help you really move through to the next level of your business and your branding, and to really have people start really noticing you even more than they already were before, because you took it up to the next level, because you were able to just express more of who you are, and share your great comedy and fun personality and all this great stuff. So I think that for anybody watching this interview and following you, you are the perfect example for that, of how to really just become original and set yourself apart from the crowd.
Right, and I tell people, like, obviously you talk so much about authenticity, and I think people don't realize that, okay, so we're going into this realm. You want to become a 6-figure, 7-figure income earner in your own right, own your massive, own corporation, you have all these hopes and dreams. There needs to be some self-reflection before you go and you just, are starting to brand, because I started just like you were saying, I kind of just was modeling people. I think my first 50 videos, I was like, hey, my friends, totally modeled after my mentors. And
I did the same thing. It's totally natural.
It's natural. It's so like, you don't even realize you're like, hey, this is what I'm supposed to do. All right, turn on the camera, let's go. But it's what I started to do, and a tip that I can give people, and I've seen you do it, is obviously being true to yourself, and like your type of videos, which I call it the epiphany style, which is very deep. It's very introspective, and you have a lot of those style of videos. Not saying that that's not my style, but that's not always like the wavelength and the energy I tend to sit at, where I tend to sit at more of a satire, comedy, goofy, slapstick sort of energy throughout the day. And so what I found is for branding, I tell people, look outside of your industry for clues of what's really like trendy or successful. And so don't look at other network marketers if you're a network marketer, and look and see outside the industry, what are some people doing that's having them success. And what I saw was a big, huge trend in funny videos and vlogging on YouTube. And I said, well, what if I could bring that into the business side and do that? And it's amazing, because the comedy and the viral nature of it just caught on so much faster. I like doubled my subscribers in like 4 months on YouTube. And so it's amazing what you can do when you can just be a little bit different, be a little bit unique, and then also maintaining that true integrity with who you are as a person, which is, I think, why people resonate with you so much, is because they watch your stuff And they know that you're talking 100% from the heart, that nothing is fake, nothing is artificial, nothing is superficial. It's just literally, I'm me. I think I've even seen a couple videos where you're crying in it. And it's just like, you're like, I'm just me, and I'm sharing with you, and this is my growth, and you're going to come along for the ride. And people love that. So I give you kudos on that as well.
Thank you, Rachel.
If there was somebody that was like coming new into the industry, and you could give them maybe just like 1 or 2 like really quick tips. We obviously know about creating something unique and things like that, about where they can get started in learning personal branding. Like what direction would you point them to? What would you feel would be some of the things that are absolutely a necessity, like point A, you need X, Y, Z?
Okay, cool. Yeah, so we've already talked about being unique and original and authentic and all the inner development, which is all so important. So as far as like the tangible steps to now building your personal brand, so first and foremost, you got to get clear on, well, what are you branding? What do you really want to create a brand around? So what are you passionate about? What do you want to be sharing? In this industry that we're in, we really are all teachers. So we're all teaching other people what we know in some form or another, whether it's, providing information, providing coaching, providing a service of some sort. It's all just the sharing of knowledge and information and skill sets. So start thinking about what skills and what passions and what knowledge do you have that you can put together and you can brand for the service of other people that will help other people in some form or another. So I know, Rachel and I and probably a good portion of you listening are in the online marketing, network marketing, social media marketing type niche, and that's great if that's something that you're really passionate about. If you want to be teaching people entrepreneurship and online marketing, awesome. I definitely, again, back to the unique and originality part, I feel that however you can make it your own and make it unique in terms of your style, or even choosing a smaller specialty within a broader niche to just help you stand out even more. So if you're somebody who loves entrepreneurship and you're also a single mom and you really want to help other mothers or single mothers out there who are super busy, and you just really want to help them create wealth and freedom in their lives, then maybe focusing on that demographic, on that target market of people would be very smart, because then you're no longer just somebody in this big pool of teaching marketing. You're now a specialized consultant or coach teaching women, teaching mothers, etc., etc. So if you can just start getting really clear on who you are, what you want to be sharing, and who you want to be serving ultimately, and you don't have to have it all figured out right now. So don't think that, I think that a lot of people stop themselves because they're like, well, I think I'm passionate about this, and I've got this over here that I'm passionate about, and there's this, and I don't know how to put it all together, and I don't know where to start. Just start somewhere. So just pick one thing, start somewhere. And the beauty of having a personal brand is that you can always branch out. You can always include, all of your different passions ultimately, and so just in starting with one direction and just getting your stuff off the ground is what's most important.